Welcome everyone to a short video about how time travel works in comics and movies. We are Comic Chat with Gat, and we just did an episode actually about time travel, and we figured it actually makes a lot of sense to display it on a board.
Yeah, visual.
Visuals matter. They're very important to us. So let's get into it.
All right, so let's start with the cyclical one, because I feel like that's the easiest to represent.
It's the easiest one, yeah.
And then we can erase that. So let's start with the movie. I feel like the easiest one to explain it with is Terminator.
Why do you make a circle counterclockwise?
Chris, does it matter?
Well, time. You're going in reverse at this point.
Terminator.
Oh God, I should be writing this.
I don't have good handwriting.
Bad handwriting.
Terminator. Well, look at your handwriting.
Comic Chat with Gat.
Okay, so Terminator. So in the future, let's just say that this is the future here.
Okay.
John Connor, JC. Not that JC.
Jesus Christ, got it. Go on.
JC sends his best friend, Kyle Reese, back in time. So we'll go backwards for you. He sends him back in time to here. Because right here, the Skynet sent a Terminator back in time, also to right here, right? So they both sent...
Is that at the exact same time, or was that before?
It was slightly before. They were like, shit! They sent one back in time! We gotta send one back in time too! It was... the newest movie, I think it was like, the Terminator ran through, and he's like, we gotta send you back! And then he's like, okay! So it was like 5 minutes or something, but still, it was slightly before. Because right here is where JC's mom lives, and that's Sarah Connor. So JC's inside Sarah Connor. Well, not yet. He's more like inside. We'll find out Kyle Reese. So Sarah Connor's back in time. The Terminator is back in time. He sends his best friend back in time, or his #1 lieutenant or some shit back in time to go save his mom. Well, while they're there, Sarah Connor hearts Kyle Reese and creates John Connor. So
the future man went back and then impregnated the past lady to make the
future man that sent him back in time, because Skynet always happened, and so Judgment Day would always be whatever fucking day they decided it was. And that's why once you got to the second one, it was like, okay, Judgment Day didn't happen when it was supposed to, or it's still happening. And then the third one, they just totally threw this out of the... Like, the third movie was just like, yeah, Judgment Day didn't happen. You're like, what? No, but it was cyclical. You can't change the fucking way time travel works in the middle of your series. Anyway, Terminator 3 sucks. Terminator 1 and 2 are masterpieces of science fiction. So that's the cyclical time travel. The same thing applies to Bill and Ted. So in Bill and Ted, if we were Bill and Ted, which you haven't seen, I'd be like, Bill, I need the keys to my dad's workshop. We need to make sure with our time machine that we have that we go grab his keys and put them behind my couch. We'd literally walk over to the couch, and if our future selves really remembered, they'd be behind the couch. Because we have a time machine, so if you could do something with the time machine, you've already done it. So if I say right now, Chris, in the future, if I ever get a time machine, I'm gonna be a sports star. It wouldn't have happened. I never had a time machine. Because I'm not a sports star.
Well, you never know, because in the future, though, you could be.
Well, sure, but the point is, though, like, the cyclical thing means that if we invent time travel, we've already done everything we could with time travel. You can't change time, because if you could go back in time with a time machine and kill Hitler, you've already done it, and you haven't because Hitler's still alive, or maybe you killed someone else that was worse and we don't know, or better, and that caused Hitler to happen. Either way,
because all events still have to lead to the event where we invent time travel.
Right, and so it always happens.
Change could affect the part where you don't
can't change anything because you've already done it.
Right.
Like anything that has happened has happened. That's time travel.
That's cyclical time travel.
Cyclical time travel.
So now the other one that we're going to talk about is essentially, I guess we can call it fractured time travel.
Yeah.
Or the
Back to the
butterfly
Future
effect.
time travel, or
It's going to look probably just like Back to the Future. Now that
I'm going to
use a diagram.
Yeah, it's going to be the same thing.
Two different colors.
Okay.
Let's use green.
Green?
Yeah, for the money, like the amount of money Back to the Future is printed over this movie that's just okay.
You have a timeline. Well, green's not working.
Wow, you have terrible marker selection. All right, so we have timeline green. That's the constant timeline.
Timeline's going to be black.
Which is also black.
Here's our timeline. So, if you have dates here and here and here, they could be 2015, 1985, and 1885. I don't know, whatever you want to do there. So, and if here you go back here and change something, you then create a different here. So
alternate reality.
Alternate. So then you can constantly keep going back and making new ones and trying to change shit. That was the Butterfly Effect did that really well. I think that movie did it very well, to where like he kept changing shit and little things would change. Like he would still be a person, but eventually the movie starts out he's in an insane asylum because he went back in time and changed something to a point where he lost the thing that let him time travel. So like he had these notebooks, and you'd use the notebook, start reading them, and he'd go, wah! And what was cool is when he'd come back to the future, the new memories would like give him brain aneurysms because like new memories would appear because he just fucking changed shit.
Yeah.
So they didn't really do that as much in Back to the Future, but he was starting to disappear until he fixed it. And then when he got here, like he went too far in the future, and when he created this, back like before this, then he had to go fix this, but it's still a different. You can change. The fact is, you can change shit.
Yeah, fractured is where you can change things, and it's always going to create something new. It's never going to affect the thing in the past.
Right.
Right.
So as long as this remains constant, this always happened up until the point where you change something.
Yeah. So as long as you don't go backwards in time and change stuff, which could then affect the point of where you originally found the ability to go back in time, but you can go to the future and change stuff.
I guess so.
Yeah.
I mean, even so, that will change a ripple effect in the future, so it would just cause this ripple point up here.
Okay. So, I mean, that was a quick and dirty of both Cyclical and Fractured or the Butterfly Effect. What are some great cyclical comic books or movies that people should watch?
Cyclical, Terminator.
Yeah.
Bill and Ted. What else do I got
Superman,
here?
I guess, to an extent?
No, Superman wasn't.
Okay, that was
Superman wasn't cyclical. That was
Okay.
Fractured. Superman Red Sun was a great cyclical time travel story. I would say maybe The Flash, Return of Barry Allen was a cool. Legion of Superheroes. Superman and Legion of Superheroes is the book. And then Harry Potter 3.
Yeah, okay,
It's
great.
great
And then,
cyclical.
so the Fractured, the Butterfly Effect.
The Butterfly Effect. The Butterfly
the
Effect
movie,
movie.
yeah, that was good. Back to the Future.
Interstellar was also a good cyclical. Sorry, I just want to mention that one. Okay, so Back to the Future,
Yep.
Superman, X-Men Days of Future Past, Flashpoint.
Yeah, that was the Flashpoint is to me.
Yeah,
to us,
Doctor Who, kind of, a
Yeah.
little bit. He doesn't really change. He usually doesn't change much, but he solves problems. So I don't know. Maybe not Doctor Who. Doctor Who's its own weird little
thing.
All right. But yeah, so that's some of the good stuff.
There's time travel for you with great pictures. Comment Chat Debbie Gat on Twitter. Comment Chat with Gat on Instagram and Tumblr. Follow us, subscribe, like it, comment us. What's your favorite time travel movie? And did it fall in the cyclical or the fractured butterfly effect time period? Let us know. And otherwise, that's the show.
See ya.
Bye. And there we go.